Hey detectives, welcome to the crew. I'm Sailor Janda, and this is my Let's Play of Disco Elysium. In the last episode, we finally figured out what was going on with Kuno, and we painted a wall in remembrance of Renee, and now we're gonna go talk to Tommy the truck driver, and otherwise keep trying to figure out people's psyches. Mirror. Electrochemistry, yes. Tommy? Renee is literally dead. I don't think I'm gonna pass his check. Tommy. Can I make him feel better? Is that what I'm supposed to do with him? I'm literally just... I don't have any intention of passing every white check, I don't think, but, like... Well, maybe I should, just for completionism, but, I'm really just wasting time until we finish the, physical instrument thought. Oh, I should talk to Joyce, too, actually. That'd be an idea. No, that's not Renee. Or Tommy, that's the other guy. Well, Tommy ran off, didn't he? Is he even out here at all? He was on the other side, or maybe he's gone entirely. Where exactly was Tommy? I think he was in the back of this truck, maybe? I think he's gone. Oh wait, is this him actually?
Oh look,
Oh, it is. My bad.
it's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
Uh-oh. Our chances of passing this empathy check are not very good. But never zero. Let's see here. What did I put on? Oh yeah, I need to change this back. Then, let's see, empathy. I should just remember this by now. It's these shoes, and it's this. No, not that. It's this pinball maker's coat.
Oh look, it's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
In his eyes,
Holy shit!
an
First
unfamiliar
try.
longing, flecks of brown and gold.
Familiar? How?
It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon. The road continues for miles, flowing together with other roads, turning into causeways or bridges, ending suddenly in dead ends, or ramping up or down highways. It forms a crisscross pattern across the land.
Where does it lead?
Above the Jamrock Quarter, in the form of a raised motorway, and then the never-ending sprawl of Forburg, high above buildings, new and old, the air filled with the rumble of motor engines.
Further?
To the old south, to the farthest outskirts of Revershaw, through the checkered fields of farmland, upstream to the river Esperance, past Montmartin, the border approaches.
And beyond that?
You cannot see. It's out of the city. Up ahead, the mist blocks all sight. A gale blows across your cheeks. It is cold. Before you stands a tall lorry driver with sad eyes.
What's in the southwest, Tommy?
Excuse me?
He emerges from the referee.
A flinch jolts his frame. The question has touched a nerve.
Hell, I get longing, Tommy. I felt something similar since I woke
Man.
up.
I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home.
Diora?
Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much. On another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. Can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows.
It's like to miss someone.
What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me.
Sorry, Tommy.
What about you, Cop Man? You missing someone?
No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow, and the past.
No, it's worse, Tommy. I'm hunted by my past, I think.
Hunted? By what?
Shadowy figure. X something.
An ex-wife?
The
Maybe.
pain burns in your chest, radiating. The crown of arteries on fire.
No. Sinister presence that hunts me across all planes of existence.
Sinister presence? Wow. That sounds really bad. I hope that doesn't happen to my marriage.
Don't worry. My thing's got nothing to do with marriage.
Sure, man, if you say so. But look, man, thanks for this. It's good to talk to someone. I know it wasn't easy to ask, so I hope you find your way through your own troubles.
Alright. Past that one. I can try the mirror thing is the same mirror thing that I just cannot pass, right? Who the hell's a net? Nay's dead. I cannot pass his composure check. Should probably go away now that he's dead. This guy doesn't have anything to say about it, I don't think.
Oh, sorry.
Smoker. Door. Map wall. Put your head in. Joyce. Joyce is not there anymore either. Cell. Okay, we should try this one and probably this one would be the maybe this one too. These three would be interesting. Okay, what is warded door? Map wall. Oh, inside the bookshop. There's other books we could buy too. Maybe we should. It's like Guillaume Le Million, that hair poster. It's not this door. What's the map wall about? I thought that was in here. Oh, it's probably that, no?
Several maps
Yeah.
have been attached. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez, they're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is not... Yes, yes. Are you interested or not?
This large map, Ozon, disintegrated, radiating outwards from you can.
I've gone
Lost
through all this.
850
I'm just
million.
trying to
The
see what
ocean
this
breaks
alleged,
apart. You have little, perhaps the north coast to the east, Huron. It's so small. No, no. This is somewhere to be. This is all you.
Let's check them. I don't see any,
This bookstore is not amidst the various. The point of the book, and meant it serves wholeness. When it's up to, it's your own fault if you're ill. The book features chapters. Sir,
I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store.
okay. I don't know what the map wall's about. I feel like that's the warded door, but I can't, No. Any other checks that seem critical? We should talk to Joyce. We could try talking to the smoker too. Although I don't know that he's actually there anymore. Let's go talk to Joyce. We could try to get a date with Lillian, but I think we're way too fucked up to actually
You're
have
back.
that be a good thing.
Good. What can I help you with?
Feel like there should be more I should
What
be able to
we-
say
There
to
was a
her.
touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
The Pines, core comp, and that is...
The Wild Pines group is one of the... She nods. She's not even asking you anything.
Oh, yes.
It's so easy to just say.
Evrart. Mr. Evrart's helping me find my gun.
Oh. That's so... helpful of him.
Yes.
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is trembling. He's able to contain the anger and surprise.
Okay.
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their guns. They then go around and tell people about this to gauge their reactions. It's all part of detecting.
Incredible.
Absolutely.
Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
Well, he says soon.
Did he now? Well, then it should be any day now. Unless, of course, he's lying to you. Anyway, was there anything else you've heard?
Perhaps he is.
Well, the whole thing's a takeover.
A takeover?
Yeah. The Union's taking the terminal.
If they're taking it,
She looks towards the colorful mountain of crates, like toy blocks rising above Martinez.
Green livery, changing into red, blot by blot. Like a cancer of the blood, metastasizing.
then we're talking about a war. Evrart needs to let me into the harbor at once. We need to talk about this.
I think he's ready for it.
They most certainly are not. Crenell has 1,000 men on their payroll. The next batch will be a platoon of 20 men and a gunship.
I've seen the Union's forces. They are better organized than these mercenaries. They also have the support of the people of Revachol West.
They don't have
It
guns.
will take
the
more
problem,
than Crenell to wipe them out. Wild Pines will need to send more and better equipped men. Make no mistake, ma'am. I am sure you have the money. The question is, how many years and how many lives are you willing to sacrifice?
What do you suggest I do?
Does it matter? Or has her mind been made up for quite a while now?
Is this actually going to affect your decision making?
Everything affects the decision-making process, Detective.
Officer?
Look on the lieutenant's face conveys uncertainty. He doesn't even sound angry. I mean, they should have it if you ask me, Joyce.
Do you think it's within my authority to give it to them? Do you think I can control the board and the shell-shocked mercenaries they've sent?
Probably not. So what are you going to do?
What will I do?
She says, slowly looking around.
Her arms fall to her sides. Her spine relaxes.
Did I ever tell you how they discovered this Isola? During our reality lowdown?
You said you would one day.
It may be the only break we've ever caught as a species. The last one for 400 years.
Why's that?
The nations who colonized this Isola called theirs Muindi, the world. It was all they knew, all they thought would be. That there would be something more was a gamble, akin to another world, or life after death. The Pale was thought to be impregnable, perpetual. Irene la Navigateur, the Queen of Suren, sent 8 expeditions, one after the other, into the mass at the edge of the world. 5 of the crews did not return. 2 did, but had lost their minds.
Each of those expeditions would have been led by an admiral. Sounds like a purge. Like she was purging her political rivals.
Sounds political.
There was no precedent for such an undertaking. People thought she was punishing the admirals, or had gone mad, or both. Until after years of trial and error, and the development of a strict psychological regime imitating the creation process of poetry.
Called Volta Doma, or Return from the Sea.
The 8th expedition returned sane and intact. They told of a new continent of matter. They told the Queen and her counselor, Dolores Day, that the Pale had begun to condense, day after day, hour after hour, minute after minute, slowly raining down until it formed a vast ocean.
Well.
The air is cold and scented with petrichor. There are rain circles on water all around. Humidity crawls up your back like a piano trill.
Put your hand in the rain.
So does the lieutenant. His mouth is slightly open, as he looks to the sky. The droplets feel warm, like spring rain.
This ocean?
The phenomenon has never again been encountered. For a time, the crew thought they were experiencing a hallucination. The mass hand proclaimed, "L'insulinde, l'insulinde," the signal to wake up. But they could not. They were sane and conscious. As islands began to appear on the horizon, there are 78,000 uninhabited islands in the Insulindian archipelago, officer. The freckled face of God.
She smiles.
You've thought it a million times.
After life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again.
A total shift in human comprehension of reality. On the second day, a great skua was shot down above the flagship Lézargique. The bird was preserved and brought back, along with pollen. 4 years later, the Queen's Counsellor was proclaimed Her Innocence Dolores Day, the elected world spirit. The age of humanism, internationalism, and parliamentary rule followed. We were high.
Great skua was the first bird I saw.
The first living, autonomous organism. Proof of reality. It's the symbol of Insulinde, detective. The coat of arms of the suzerain and the wings on the crest of the commune.
I seem to have it in for it. Or it for me. I broke one.
In your defense, it is a nasty creature who plucks food from the throats of lesser birds. Yet much like Revachol, it is also magnificent and rare. Imagine the suzerain of seagulls.
This was the last break we got, huh?
The nations of Mundi proceeded to discover 5 more Isolae. Or they discovered us. All in the rush of the great inter-Islary reconnection.
7 of them, huh?
But these others weren't uninhabited. We had to kill people there. Wipe out indigenous populations. Gunboat economies. Or they came to do the same for us. Or had done to each other. But here...
She spreads her arms. Oh. This archipelago was legitimately uninhabited. It didn't even have primitive natives to conquer.
There was no one but the skua, the Liliat Sea, and the Blood Beach, and the River Esperance. It was the new world. The Mondials used it to amass the greatest concentration of wealth mankind has ever seen. Revachol, the suzerain.
Right, and what happened to that?
Revolution. Poverty. And the mercurial rise of capitalism.
She nods. It's raining.
It is. Soon it will be spring and everything will blossom.
The gangs will run wild, jacking motor carriages, ferrying amphetamines through Coal City. Spring is tough in Revachol.
That leaves us here.
On Caillou. The Pebble. The largest of the fertile, uninhabited islands of the northeast Insulindian archipelago. 4 centuries and 2 revolutions later.
So what are you gonna do, Joyce?
I will take your advice, Lieutenant Freighter. I will surrender Terminal B to the Union.
Thought it wasn't within your means.
She puts her hand in the rain. She's silent for a second.
We will see.
Ma'am, this may well unravel property law this side of the river.
Shut the fuck
If that
up,
occurs,
Cameron. Who gives a
we may
shit
never
about
see
property
the end
law?
of this kind of confrontation. The next time there will be 2 strikes, then 4, then 100.
What happens will happen.
She takes the end in her rain-slick hand and starts untying the knot.
The age of capital has only begun. I will talk to my employers in person. We will amputate and cauterize Martinez. If you handle the situation on the ground.
You're going now?
Yes, Mr. Clare has a 2-month head start. I can't let it grow any bigger. And I've exhausted all my options from here.
We?
There are no employers. She's a member of the board. Probably a partner.
That's true. She said my employers and then she said we. It's pretty obvious from the start that she's extremely senior, to be fair, so that's not really surprising. You are Wild Pines, huh? That's why she has the power to do this, though, yeah. There are no employers.
You are the citizens' militia. There are no superiors.
Turns to you, rope in hand. Well, I mean, okay, yes, of course I have superiors, but honestly, so far as the situation in Martinez goes, yeah, I am the citizens' militia. And maybe that's the situation she's in, too.
You're wrong, Detective. And next time, you should confer with those superiors before you go setting events in motion.
I don't care about my superiors, Kim. That should
Despite
be
his
very
words,
clear.
he's not really sure whether to be annoyed with you or not. Events are already in motion. Whether your actions accelerated or momentarily retarded their progress, even the lieutenant cannot really say.
You know, even after all this time, I'm not sure I really understand your angle, Joyce.
I have not deceived you. I told you exactly who I was. Rejoice Layton.
Fair enough. Understood.
Keep the peace, and I will keep my end of the bargain.
How far along is Cronell's investigation?
A confrontation is imminent. They have followed in your footsteps. As your investigation reaches a climax, so does theirs. They are your shadow. Arm yourselves. Armor yourselves. Protect their targets. Violence may be unavoidable, but we can limit the casualties.
When will they make the move, and where?
Soon. I do not know precisely. They have cut off all communication, you see. They know I've been feeding you information. One last thing, Lieutenant Dubois. I've given the matter much thought and come to this conclusion. You're not an amnesiac. You're insane.
Possibly true,
I
yeah.
know, because I, too, am insane. I just hide my illness better. And I'm rich.
Wasn't everyone a little insane?
No, Detective. No one's as insane as you.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Don't worry, madame. I am very sane.
Kim is pretty sane, yeah. How do you keep your shit together,
The
Joyce?
same strict psychological regimen the 8th Admiral developed when he crossed the Pale and discovered this Isola, the Volta do Mar. It's used by inter-Islary travelers and other troubled souls, even to this day.
You could use a little of it yourself.
Well. Goodbye, Joyce Layton.
Watch out for yourselves. They will strike soon.
The lieutenant watches her boat grow smaller on the bay, its white sails fluttering.
Well, Kim, I know you're highly apolitical, and I just took a definitive political stance and set some big-time events in motion that you really didn't want me to, so...
You wonder what Evrart has to say about this. Slowly, the sails turn grey-blue as more oxygen gets between you.
Alright, I need to put a point in Esprit de Corps. Oh, I have more points. Oh yeah, I do. What the heck? Let's put in visual calculus. Still don't have this. Oh, but we have this available now. And this is what I want, I think, yeah. Although, let's see. Is there anything useful I can forget? This, probably. I'm kind of using that. I could forget this for sure, probably. Actually, no, this would be the easiest thing to forget. Let's forget this. Oh, I need skill points to do that. Okay, well. Next time we have a skill point, I'll probably forget that so that I can take the Insulindian miracle. In the meantime, back to Evrart again. Although actually first, let's talk to my cop friends who are terribly disguised over here. Let me just put on the most esprit de corps. The blazer is esprit de corps, but the commander's jacket is more so. Or same, but patrol cloak. It's only the police outfits have esprit de corps. Nothing else really does. Well, we should be able to pass, probably.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
You know
Hey.
what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him.
Do we know each other, buddy?
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
Another life.
From another life?
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the...
He pauses.
To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
Oh shit. Is it the 41st? I should know this. I've definitely been told this. I don't suppose any of my thoughts happened to mention Station 41. It is the 41st.
Okay. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere.
It gives you a long, meaningful look and adds...
Somewhere good.
Let's talk more about that hypothetical Station 41.
Okay.
Oh, the hypothetical 4-1. Yeah, let's fantasize about that. Blinks aggressively. I'm not busy, you're not busy, let's just play around. So what would our relationship be in this alternate universe?
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
Seem cool. Kim's cooler than you, but seem...
Would you now, or would I be cramping your style? Never mind. Partner.
Actually, to be fair, Kim's my partner. I shouldn't have called you mine. He's gonna
I'm
find
not
out.
your partner. This union is temporary.
A little premonition for you, Lieutenant. Sooner or later, probably sooner, your new friend tells you he doesn't need you. He will then suggest you should fuck off.
I'm getting a sense I might have told this guy
When
to fuck
that
off.
happens, I suggest you take his advice.
The lieutenant merely bows his head in response.
Do you have a crime to solve?
Oh, no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
I think I may not have treated my partner very well,
This isn't helping.
she says, shaking her head and looking at the man with sunglasses disapprovingly. Who else is in this police station?
You're not going to believe this, but police officers.
Unbelievable.
Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting that drink on at 2 o'clock.
This is a fantastical alternate reality, huh?
Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lang.
Far out son of Lang.
Oh, it's you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you.
You want to tell me more about him or her?
Not even a little bit.
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I say, it's just an urban myth. You are not the son of Lang.
He's trying to protect you from further rough handling, dished out by this sunglassed man. Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at that.
Can't imagine it.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
His grey eyes suddenly flash above the glass frames. They feel sad.
It's a mere second, but it feels like you saw something. A gram of compassion in that sadness.
He's not going to actually help or something,
Okay,
is he, huh?
the man
He's
with
just
the
gonna hang
sunglasses
around.
and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right?
Yes, super weird.
There's something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at. But still.
I was thinking the same. We should just ask him.
Yes, just cross it off the list. It's probably not true, though.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Look, man, I gotta ask. Are we from Precinct 41 or Station 41?
I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that. What'd you say?
Okay.
Okay?
Jean, he said okay. Give it a rest.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind.
He's wearing
Not
a cop uniform.
Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop you again.
I'm going to say no. God fucking shit.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't remember you from anywhere.
None of this is great news for him. Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a
Alright, see you around.
Yes? What is it?
Did you hear me sing? Did you like it?
That was pretty good, Harry. Wasn't it, Jean?
Whoa, how does she know your name? She probably heard it from somewhere.
Probably from us
You
working
have
at the
to
same
be
police
more
station.
careful, Karaoke Star. Names are dangerous.
Huh, that was. Yeah, that was absolute shit, if you want my opinion.
Wow.
Drunken
No
shit.
wonder we aren't partners
Haven't
anymore,
wanted
asshole.
anything to end this badly since I had cluster headaches. Horrible. Truly horrible. I beg of you, don't ever subject anyone to this torture again. I mean, seriously, you need to...
Jean, it's not right. Don't make it worse. And I really liked it.
She actually did.
Nice. Did you just call me Harry?
Yes, I called you by your name. What about it?
How do you know my name?
Good. Everybody knows your name. Please go finish your investigation, so everyone can go home.
Look, are we or are we not from the same police station?
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
Can I actually help you with something?
She looks at you apologetically.
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates? That's not possible.
Interesting. There's no more checks to pass, but they are still going to keep up the facade, even though they're not actually here to help or anything either. They're just going to stand around and look at me. Which, like, I know I'm the asshole, but... Let's see here. Anything else that I really care to pass? Not really. No, I think we're pretty good on that. Let me go talk to, Evrart again. And then we're gonna have to find a way to burn like another 10 hours, because the two things that we really want to do, we can't do until we're till 10. We'll buy a bunch of books and read them or something. That should cover it.
So, the ship has sailed. Did you see it? I know you did. Tell me, what did it look like as it grew smaller and smaller when that mainsail dropped behind the horizon?
There's a mean little light in its eyes.
Did it look like a germ? Did it look like a piece of bacteria?
Oh my god, you've been played.
You wanted me to deliver that message to her.
That this is a takeover? That I want a war? God, I hope you also told her about the drug trade. They absolutely hate getting their hands dirty with that. You can kill 1 million people, but if you do something the police doesn't like, well, then you're out of the yacht club. Goodbye, you inhuman fuck.
Well, this was your plan all along, huh? Pretty masterful, actually.
Harry, I can't see into the future. We are all playing by ear on this planet. I had no idea she'd react so strongly.
Yes, but you did want me to relay the info.
I knew the negotiations would go better with police officers telling her horror stories from inside the harbour. It's scarier this way. Turns out it was a magnificent strategy. I never thought it'd so fundamentally fuck her up.
Yeah, no wonder you've been so forthcoming.
No, Harry. What we have is real. We're working men. This here is real.
How do you know she left?
Harry, I bunked her cabin. I bunked her whole boat. I had cameras surveying her
believe
boat.
ya.
Hell, I even wanted to bug that thermal cap, but my boys advised against it.
Surprised her tech wasn't good enough to counter that, though.
They must have done it while Joyce was busy questioning the locals.
So you've been listening to all our conversations?
Not me personally. I had guys recording and processing this information for me.
The Hardy Boys?
Hell no! They'd fuck it up. They can't do anything right. I mean my real boys. My special task force boys.
The Hardy Boys aren't just real elite. That sounds right, to be honest.
Where are these boys?
They sure as hell aren't hanging out in the open with beers in their hands for the cops to question. They're pros, Mr. Kitsuragi.
Actually, just that revelation considerably increases my faith that the Union actually has a chance here. Well, thanks for letting me play a part of Evrart.
Harry, you made a conscious decision to relay that information to her. You could have kept it for yourself.
Well, she told me a beautiful story about the discovery of the Insulindian.
Of course she did. Rich people have the best stories. About all the interesting things they've done and seen. All the beautiful places they've been to. It's just sentimentalism. She can afford to be sentimental, and she can afford to lose as well.
She said she's insane, like me.
She's not insane. What did she tell you?
His expression betrays extreme skepticism. She has this sentimentality and longing about her.
Heh, she's a sentimental alcoholic. They all are, Harry. Never take a drop and you'll be 8 laps ahead of the upper-class winos, just like old Mr. Clare here. Try it. You'll be a real super detective.
That's actually good advice.
Don't just say it, Harry. Do it. We gotta be more disciplined than they are, or we'll lose.
So what happens now?
What was always going to happen? We take the harbour and she fucks off to Ozon, uncorks a bottle of wine, calls her partners, and says they need to distance themselves from this nasty business before the big shit spinner splashes everyone.
That sounds plausible, honestly.
Only difference is the Union doesn't have to lose 2,000 men to machine gun fire.
Huh. Well, you could have just told me, man. I'd have been on board.
Harry, when I need to tell people, I might as well do it myself. That's why I like initiative, and inspiring initiative. It's more natural that way.
He's actually right. Joyce might have figured me out if I'd known, but this way it's all very
It's
natural.
safer too. You never know who you can trust.
I'm pretty impressed by Claire. I mean, he's still an asshole. He probably murdered the last Union president. He's definitely not staying in power by entirely legitimate means, but he actually is kind of playing Wild Pines like a fiddle. And me, but playing me like a fiddle is real easy because I have literally no memory.
You knew something. Something big. And you wanted to see what happens when you tell someone. So you told her. Anyone who's ever been close to power will tell you. Inside information is the sweetest thing in the world. It's better than money. It's better than pussy. Money only makes you special for some salesmen. Pussy only makes you special for yourself. Information makes you special for all mankind. It's the ticket to history.
I mean, yeah, I believe you.
Damn right it does, Harry. What you did was participate in history. When history calls, you have to pick up. You had no choice. None of us ever do. A hard disco cop like you, I knew you weren't one to resist temptation.
You know what, detective? I am going to leave this out of my reports, and I suggest you leave it out of yours too.
Yeah, probably.
Just look at the 3 of us. The 3 careless boyaderos. Good times, good times.
Alright, what now?
Now, there's a whole lot of work to do. For me and for you. I suppose there was a reason you came here, so let's get to it. What can I help my best friend and comrade with today?
Later, Evrart. Okay, so that's all resolved. And the one thing I want to figure out before we go to confront Ruby is I want to figure this church thing out. I'm not sure I actually have to do it before I confront Ruby, but points of no return scare me a little, so I think we should try to. Very shortly we should finally finish that physical instrument thing. Oh yeah, what am I wearing? It's all just my normal stuff. I don't really have anything to boost esprit de corps. Except my jacket. Okay, how much time do I have to burn for this now? 37 minutes. Okay. along south here. That's better. Okay. Next episode, I think we read a bunch of books so that we can get the time to do the, finally finish this physical instrument check. And then we figure the Suna thing out. Then we, deal with Kuno's dad. And, well, okay. 4 things, basically. We figure out Suna's project. We get our gun back. We talk to the communists. And we, deal with Kuno's dad. That was the 4th thing, right? Suna, gun, communists, Kuno's dad. Yeah. And hopefully somewhere in there we find the last armor piece. And then we go confront Ruby. But for now, that's going to do it. So thank you all very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And I hope you all have a nice evening. This is Sea Lord Janda, signing off.